Welcome back. Today, we're taking a different journey, one into understanding why some countries remain out of reach for Filipino travelers in 2025. Travel is about connection and learning, but sometimes, the world puts up walls. Let's explore the realities behind these closed doors together. Our first non-destination is North Korea, a place that intrigues and mystifies many. It's a land often spoken about, yet rarely seen firsthand, especially for Filipinos. A nation shrouded in secrecy, a country that operates under its own unique set of rules and principles, largely isolated from the global community. Its culture, its people, its very way of life remains largely unknown and inaccessible. Where the Philippine government enforces a strict travel ban, a policy put in place to protect its citizens from potential harm and unforeseen circumstances. This ban isn't taken lightly. It's a serious measure reflecting the complexities of international relations. For our safety, the decision to restrict travel is rooted in a deep concern for the well-being of Filipinos, acknowledging the inherent risks associated with venturing into such a politically sensitive region. The risks are immense: potential political instability, unpredictable security situations, and the ever-present possibility of diplomatic incidents. These are not abstract concerns, but real threats that could jeopardize the safety and freedom of travelers. No consular help, meaning that in the event of an emergency, Filipinos would find themselves without the usual support and protection provided by their government. This lack of consular presence amplifies the vulnerability of travelers. Severe diplomatic tensions, a constant undercurrent that permeates the region, making it a precarious place for outsiders. These tensions can escalate quickly, leading to unforeseen consequences and potential dangers for those caught in the crossfire. And unpredictable dangers. The reality is that the situation on the ground can change rapidly, and travelers may find themselves facing unexpected challenges and threats that are difficult to anticipate or prepare for. For Filipinos curious about its culture or history, those with a thirst for knowledge and a desire to understand this enigmatic nation, the travel ban presents a significant obstacle. North Korea is a book we can only view from behind glass. We can read about it, study it, and analyze it from afar, but the opportunity to experience it firsthand remains out of reach. The ban isn't about who we are, it's not a reflection of our individual character or intentions. It's not about singling out Filipinos as being particularly unwelcome or untrustworthy, but about the world's complex politics, the intricate web of international relations and diplomatic considerations that shape government policies and decisions. It's a recognition of the delicate balance of power and the need to prioritize the safety and security of citizens. The inability to connect with its people is a loss for both sides. It prevents the exchange of ideas, the sharing of experiences, and the building of bridges between cultures. It perpetuates misunderstanding and reinforces stereotypes. We hope for a future where bridges replace barriers, a future where dialogue and understanding prevail over suspicion and isolation, a future where Filipinos can freely explore the world, including North Korea, without fear or restriction. But for now, North Korea remains a dream deferred, a destination that exists only in our imaginations and in the pages of history books, a place we can only visit in our minds, longing for the day when the doors will finally open. The government's message is clear: a firm and unwavering commitment to protecting its citizens from harm, even if it means restricting their freedom of movement. Safety comes first. The well-being of Filipinos is the paramount concern, outweighing the desire for exploration and adventure. We respect this, acknowledging the difficult decisions that governments must make in order to safeguard their people. We understand that these choices are not made lightly, but are based on careful consideration of the risks and benefits. Holding on to hope for change and open doors someday. Dreaming of a future where understanding and cooperation replace fear and division, and where the world becomes a more accessible and welcoming place for all. Next, we turn our attention to Afghanistan, a nation steeped in history, a land of breathtaking landscapes, but currently a place marked by profound challenges. Afghanistan, a land of ancient history, a crossroads of civilizations for millennia, is now gripped by instability and danger. Its rich cultural heritage, once a beacon, is overshadowed by the present turmoil. The echoes of empires and the whispers of Silk Road traders are now faint against the backdrop of conflict. The Philippine government's travel ban is absolute. This decision, while difficult, reflects the gravity of the situation on the ground. It's a measure taken to safeguard the lives and well-being of Filipino citizens. No tourism, no business, no exceptions. The risks are simply too high. The vibrant marketplaces, once bustling with activity, now stand eerily deserted. The streets, once filled with the rhythm of daily life, are now quiet and empty, a stark reminder of the prevailing insecurity. The risk of violence is pervasive. Kidnapping is a very real threat. The instability has created an environment where such dangers are amplified, making travel exceptionally perilous. And the absence of stable governance further exacerbates the situation. The institutions meant to provide security and order are struggling, leaving a void that fuels uncertainty and risk. Make travel there life-threatening. Navigating the country, even under the best of circumstances, is fraught with peril. The current conditions amplify these dangers exponentially. For Filipinos with ancestral ties or academic interests, this ban is particularly difficult. It's a painful loss, a severing of connections to a land that holds deep personal and historical significance. The inability to visit, to study, to connect with their heritage is a source of profound sadness. Afghanistan is now, for the time being, primarily a place of prayer and hope, not adventure or exploration. The focus is on the well-being of its people and the hope for a more peaceful future. We hope for peace, and a future where its culture can be shared safely with the world, where its beauty can be appreciated without fear. Until then, we watch, we remember, and we hope for better days for its people, for a time when Afghanistan can once again welcome visitors with open arms. Our journey takes us to Syria, a land steeped in history and culture, a region that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. For centuries, Syria has been a crossroads of civilizations, a melting pot of traditions and beliefs. But today, the name Syria evokes a different image, one marred by conflict and suffering. A cradle of civilization, a place where humanity's story is etched in stone and whispered on the wind. From the ancient city of Palmyra to the bustling souks of Damascus, Syria's heritage is a testament to its rich and complex past. But this vibrant tapestry has been torn apart, devastated by years of war. The conflict has left deep scars on the land and its people, transforming bustling cities into ghost towns and turning homes into rubble. The Philippine government's travel ban is total, a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk within Syria's borders. This decision reflects the gravity of the situation and the commitment to protect Filipino citizens from harm, reflecting the extreme dangers that persist in the region. The ongoing conflict has created a volatile environment where violence and instability are a constant threat, and lack of consular support. With diplomatic missions closed and assistance limited, Filipinos in Syria would face immense challenges in the event of an emergency. Syria's ancient wonders, once a source of pride and inspiration, and vibrant culture, a testament to the resilience and creativity of its people, are now overshadowed by tragedy. The echoes of war resonate through the streets, casting a long shadow over the country's rich heritage. For Filipinos, who yearn to explore the world and experience different cultures, the dream of walking its historic streets is on hold. The vibrant souks, the majestic ruins, and the warm hospitality of the Syrian people remain out of reach for now. The ban is a necessary shield, a difficult but essential measure to safeguard lives, prioritizing safety over curiosity, ensuring that Filipino citizens are not exposed to unnecessary risks. We hope for peace, healing, for the day when the guns fall silent and the rebuilding can begin, and a day when Syria's beauty can be shared again, when travelers from around the world can once again marvel at its wonders. Until then, Syria remains in our thoughts and hopes, a reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring power of the human spirit. Yemen, with its unique heritage, is now a land ravaged by war and humanitarian crisis. The Philippine government's strict travel ban protects citizens from extreme risks, violence, famine, and disease. The wonders of Yemen, like Shabam and Socotra, are now inaccessible. For Filipino adventurers, it's a tragic frontier closed by necessity. The world's focus must be on peace and aid, not tourism. We hope for Yemen's recovery and a future where its doors reopen. For now, we reach Yemen only through compassion and hope. Iraq, the cradle of civilization, remains off-limits due to ongoing instability and threats. The Philippine government's travel ban reflects the real dangers: kidnappings, bombings, and limited consular help. Dreams of exploring Babylon or Ur must wait. The connection to our shared heritage is severed by conflict. The ban prioritizes life and safety above all else. We hope for Iraq's peace and a time when its history can be safely explored. For now, we stand in solidarity, hoping for healing and open gates. Libya, with its Roman ruins and Mediterranean coast, is gripped by chaos and division. The Philippine government's travel ban is a response to extreme volatility and lawlessness. The risk of violence, kidnapping, and lack of government protection is too high. For Filipinos, Libya's treasures remain out of reach. The ban is a hard lesson learned from past tragedies. We hope for Libya's reconciliation and a future where its heritage can be celebrated. Until then, Libya is a distant land we can only admire from afar. Somalia, with its rich culture and long coastline, is synonymous with instability and danger. The Philippine government's travel ban shields citizens from terrorism, kidnapping, and lawlessness. No diplomatic support means Filipinos would be completely on their own. The dream of exploring Somalia's markets or ancient sites is impossible today. The ban is a life-saving directive, not just a warning. We hope for peace and a future where Somalia's potential can be realized. For now, it remains off-limits for Filipinos. Sudan, home to ancient pyramids, is now a country torn by violent conflict and humanitarian crisis. The Philippine government's travel ban and evacuations reflect the extreme danger. Infrastructure is destroyed, and civilians are caught in the crossfire. The dream of exploring Sudan's history is replaced by urgent concern for survival. The ban is a non-negotiable safety measure. We hope for peace and a future where Sudan can heal and welcome visitors again. Until then, Sudan remains a place of concern and hope. Iran, with its stunning culture and history, is a destination fraught with diplomatic and political barriers for Filipinos. There's no absolute ban, but travel is heavily restricted and risky. Arbitrary detention and unpredictable visa processes create serious concerns. The Philippine government advises extreme caution. Help may be hard to get if trouble arises. The dream of experiencing Persian hospitality is clouded by uncertainty. We hope for better diplomatic ties and safer travel in the future. For now, Iran remains practically off-limits for most Filipinos. Israel, a land of deep religious significance, now poses new challenges for Filipino travelers. Heightened security and regional conflict have led to stricter entry requirements and unpredictable denials, even for pilgrims. Many Filipinos have faced heartbreak after being turned away at the border. The Philippine government urges travelers to be aware, entry is not guaranteed. The dream of a Holy Land pilgrimage is now shadowed by uncertainty. We hope for peace and open access to these sacred sites. For now, approach travel to Israel with caution and realistic expectations. Thank you for joining me on this sobering journey. Understanding these closed doors connects us to the world's challenges and fosters empathy. Let's keep dreaming of a future with fewer barriers and more bridges. Until then, stay safe, keep hoping, and thank you for watching.